Welcome to Fluent English Daily, the professional way to master the English.
Emily, how do I ask for help without sounding like a bossy person? It's so hard.
That is a huge challenge. Many people feel overwhelmed and just don't know where to begin.
Right. I really don't want to be rude to my friends at work.
Today, we'll learn 3 magic phrases to get help and build an action plan, just like Anna.
Oh, wow, I see.
Welcome to Fluent English Daily. I'm Emily.
And I'm John. Let's learn together. I really feel for Anna, Emily. Leading a new project is so scary. I remember my first time leading a team. I was so nervous.
I know that feeling, John. You feel like you have to know everything. You feel like everyone is watching you.
Exactly. And when I am nervous, I sometimes get a bit, bossy. I don't mean to be rude, but I just want things to be perfect.
That is exactly what happens to Anna. She is the leader of the new stock management system at Tip Top Trading. It is a huge job.
A stock management system? Wow, that sounds very complicated. No wonder she feels overwhelmed.
Right. She has all these papers and all these people to manage. And at first, she doesn't know how to ask for help. She just tells people what to do.
Oh, I see. And that makes people not want to help, right?
Exactly, John. Nobody likes to be told what to do, especially when the leader sounds stressed.
So what does she do? How does she change?
Well, she learns that the secret is politeness. The narrator in the video helps her. He tells her that if she is polite, people will want to cooperate.
Politeness. It sounds so simple, but it is so important.
It really is. It's like a magic key. It opens doors.
I want that key. What are the magic phrases she uses?
There are 3 of them. Let's look at the first one. Anna says, "I would be most grateful if you could give me some help."
I would be most grateful if you could give me some help. That is a very long sentence, Emily.
It is a bit long, but listen to the words, most grateful. It sounds very kind, doesn't it?
It does. It shows that you really value the other person. It's not just help me, it's your help is a gift to me.
Wow, John, that is a beautiful way to say it. A gift. When you say, "I would be most grateful," the other person feels important.
I see. It makes them feel like an expert.
Exactly. And then there's the second phrase. Anna says, "Please, could I ask you for some advice?"
Oh, I like that one. Advice. People love giving advice, don't they?
Oh, they really do. Especially Tom at Tip Top Trading. He loves to talk.
But is Tom's advice actually good?
Well, not always. Tom tells Anna what to do, but it's not very helpful. It doesn't help her start the project.
Right. Sometimes people give advice just to sound smart, but Anna needed a real plan.
Exactly. That is why she used the third phrase. This one is my favorite because it is very respectful of people's time.
What is it?
She says, "I know you're busy, but could you spare me a few minutes of your time, please?"
Aha, I know you're busy. That is so important. Everyone in an office is busy.
Right. When you say that, you show that you respect them. You aren't saying, "My work is more important than your work."
I see. You were saying, I know your time is valuable.
Precisely. And then you ask, "Could you spare me a few minutes?" Spare means to give something extra, like a spare tire in a car.
Oh, so spare me a few minutes means give me a little bit of your extra time.
Exactly. It feels very small and easy for the other person to say yes.
Wow, those 3 phrases really are like magic. Let me try to say them. I would be most grateful if you could give me some help.
Very good.
Please, could I ask you for some advice?
Perfect.
And I know you're busy, but could you spare me a few minutes of your time, please?
Claps! You sound like a great leader already, John.
Thanks, Emily. But wait, after Anna uses these phrases, what happens? Does she get the help she needs?
She does, but she has to find the right person. Paul, the boss, tells her to speak with Denise.
Denise? She's the office assistant, right?
Yes, and Denise is wonderful. She doesn't give big, abstract ideas like Tom. She gives practical steps.
Practical steps. That's what I need when I'm stressed. Just tell me what to do first.
Exactly. Denise tells Anna to go to the warehouse.
The warehouse? Why?
Because that's where the stock is. You can't manage a stock system from a desk. You have to see the boxes. You have to see how they move.
I see. You have to understand the real world, not just the papers on your desk.
Right. And Denise tells her to speak with Mr. Ingle.
Mr. Ingle? Who is he?
He works in the warehouse. He knows everything about the system they use now.
Aha, so Anna needs to learn from the people who are already doing the work.
Exactly. That is the best way to start any project. Talk to the experts, be polite, ask for their advice.
And Denise also tells her to make an action plan, right?
Yes, an action plan. It sounds very professional, but it's just a list of things to do.
I love lists. Lists make me feel safe.
Me too. When you have a big project, it looks like a giant mountain, but an action plan breaks the mountain into small rocks.
Right. Step 1, talk to Mr. Ingle. Step 2, visit the warehouse. Step 3, write down the problems.
Exactly. And because Anna was so polite, everyone wanted to help her with her plan.
Wow, so the politeness wasn't just about being nice, it was about making the project successful.
Yes, the narrator was very happy with Anna. She followed Denise's advice and used her new phrases.
I really like this story. It makes me feel like I can be a leader too. I just need to remember to be kind and ask for help.
We all need help sometimes, John. No one can do everything alone.
True, very true. Emily?
Yes, John?
I know you're busy, but could you spare me a few minutes of your time, please? I want to practice these phrases one more time.
Of course, John. I would be most grateful to help you.
See, it works. I feel better already.
It really does. It changes the energy between people. It makes work feel like a friendly place.
I agree. I think our listeners can use these phrases too, not just at work, but anywhere.
Oh, definitely. At the store, at school, or even with friends.
Right. I would be most grateful if you could help me find the milk.
Well, maybe that's a bit too formal for the supermarket, but could you spare me a minute is perfect.
I see. You have to pick the right phrase for the right moment.
Exactly. And that is what we are learning here, how to speak naturally and kindly.
This was so helpful, Emily. I feel much more calm about my next project.
I'm so glad, John. Remember, an action plan and a little bit of politeness go a long way.
They really do.
We hope this story about Anna helps you too. Have you ever felt overwhelmed at work? How did you ask for help?
We would love to hear your stories. Please tell us in the comments. It's a great way to practice your English.
Yes, tell us which phrase is your favorite. Do you like most grateful, or could you spare a minute?
I think I like ask for some advice. It's so friendly.
It is. Well, we have many more things to talk about today.
Right. We have some great new words from Anna's story to look at.
Exactly. Let's move on and look at our vocabulary for today. There are some very useful words in this lesson.
You know, John, I was thinking about what you said earlier, about how words can change the energy in a room. It is so true.
It really is, Emily. When I use the right words, I feel more confident. But when I don't know the words, that is when I start to feel, well, like Anna did at the beginning.
You mean overwhelmed? That is actually our first word for today. Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. It's a long word, isn't it?
It is, but the meaning is very simple. It's that feeling when you have too much of something. Usually it's too much work or too many problems at the same time.
Right, I see. It's like when my desk is covered in papers, the phone is ringing, and someone is asking me a question. I feel like I am under a big wave of water.
That is a perfect way to describe it, John, like a big wave. Anna felt overwhelmed because she had a new project and she didn't know how to start. She felt small and the work felt very big.
Aha. So when we feel overwhelmed, we need to find a way to move through it.
Exactly. And that brings us to our second word, navigate. In the story, Anna had to navigate the challenges of her new project.
Navigate. Hesitant. I usually hear that word when we talk about boats or cars, like using a map, right?
Yes, exactly right. When you navigate a car, you find the right path to your destination. But in an office, navigate means to find your way through a difficult situation or a complex problem.
Ah, I like that. So Anna wasn't driving a boat, but she was trying to find the right path through her work.
Precisely. She had to navigate the office rules and the feelings of her coworkers. It wasn't easy for her at first.
No, it wasn't. She was a bit, well, she wasn't very polite at the start, was she?
No, she wasn't. And polite is our third word. It is so important. Being polite means having good manners and showing respect for other people.
Right. It's the difference between saying, "Give me that," and "Could you please give me that?"
Exactly. Politeness is like oil in a machine. It makes everything move smoothly. Without it, there's a lot of friction and people get angry.
I see. Anna learned that being polite makes people want to help her. When she was demanding, everyone stayed away. But when she was polite, they opened up.
They really did. And when people help us, we feel a certain way. Do you remember the phrase Anna used? She said she would be most grateful.
Ah, grateful. That is a beautiful word.
It really is. Grateful is our fourth word. It means feeling or showing thanks. It's a bit stronger than just saying thank you. It comes from the heart.
So if you do something very kind for me, I am not just happy, I am grateful. I want you to know that your help matters to me.
Yes, it's a very warm word. When Anna said she would be most grateful, she was telling her colleagues that their help was very valuable to her. It made them feel important.
I think I will use that word more often. It feels good to say.
It does. Now let's look at our fifth word. This one is very common in an office. Advice.
Advice. I'm hesitant. That's when someone tells you what they think you should do, right?
Exactly. Advice is an opinion or a suggestion about what could happen in a situation. Anna needed advice because she was stuck.
Right, but she had to be careful. Tom gave her some advice, but it wasn't very good, was it?
No, Tom's advice was not helpful at all, but Paul's advice was great. He told her to talk to Denise.
So advice can be good or bad. We have to decide if we want to follow it.
Very true, John. And to get that advice, Anna had to ask people for their time. She used a great expression, to spare a minute.
Oh, I remember that one. Could you spare me a few minutes? That's our sixth expression.
Yes, to spare some time means to give something that you have enough of. If I have 10 minutes and I give you 2, I'm sparing those minutes for you.
I see. It sounds very polite because it shows that I know you're busy. I'm not taking your time. I'm asking if you can give a little of it to me.
Exactly. It's very respectful of the other person's schedule. It makes them feel like their time is valuable.
Right. I know you're busy, but could you spare a minute? It sounds so much better than talk to me now.
Much better. Now, our seventh word is a place. Denise told Anna to go to the warehouse.
Warehouse. I'm hesitant. That's a big building, right, where a company keeps all its things?
Yes, a warehouse is a large building for storing goods or products before they're sold or sent to shops.
Aha. So if Tip Top Trading sells lemons, the lemons are in the warehouse.
Exactly. And Anna needed to go there to see how things worked. She couldn't just stay in her office. She had to see the real thing.
That makes sense. You can't manage a system if you don't see the products.
Right. And once she saw the warehouse and talked to the people there, she could make our final word for today, an action plan.
An action plan. I like the sound of that. It sounds very organized.
It is. An action plan is a list of steps or tasks that you need to do to achieve a goal. It turns a big, scary project into small, easy steps.
I see. So instead of feeling overwhelmed by the whole project, Anna just had to look at step 1, then step 2, then step 3.
Exactly. An action plan takes away the fear. It gives you a map to navigate the project.
I see how all these words connect now. Anna was overwhelmed, so she had to navigate her problems. She was polite and asked for advice, and she asked people to spare a minute. Then she went to the warehouse and made an action plan.
Perfect, John. You linked them all together so well.
Well, I had a good teacher. I am most grateful for your help, Emily.
Oh, look at you using the new words already. That makes me very happy.
It really does help to talk about them like this. They don't feel like vocabulary anymore. They feel like, well, like we said, keys.
I agree. When we use them in a story, they stay in our minds much longer.
Definitely. I can see the warehouse in my mind. I can feel the action plan in my hand.
That is the best way to learn. Now, I have a little question for our listeners.
Oh, yes, let's hear it.
We talked about 8 words today: overwhelmed, navigate, polite, grateful, advice, spare a minute, warehouse, and action plan.
That's a lot of great words.
It is. Listeners, we want to know which of these words is the most useful for you.
Yes, maybe you feel overwhelmed today, or maybe you need some advice.
Tell us in the comments. Try to use one of the words in a sentence. We love reading what you write.
It's the best part of our day, really.
It truly is. And don't worry if your sentence isn't perfect. We are all learning here.
Right, just like Anna. She didn't start perfectly, but she got there in the end.
She did, and you will too.
I feel very calm now, Emily, ready for the next part.
I'm glad to hear that, because now that we know the words, it is time to see how they sound when we use them. Aha, you mean it's time to practice.
Exactly. Let's take these words and put them into some real-life situations. Are you ready, Emily?
I am ready. Let's do it.
All right, John, let's start our practice. This is my favorite part. We call this shadowing. It is very simple. I will say a sentence, and you just repeat it after me.
I like that. It's like following someone's footsteps in the sand.
That is a beautiful way to say it. And for our listeners, please join us. When John speaks, you speak too. Don't worry about being perfect. Just listen to the sound.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with how Anna felt at the beginning. Listen first. I feel overwhelmed with this new project.
I feel overwhelmed with this new project.
Good. Now let's try to put some feeling into it. Anna was stressed, right? So let's say it again, but a little bit slower. I feel overwhelmed with this new project.
I feel overwhelmed with this new project.
Yes, I can hear the feeling there. It sounds more real.
It does. When I slow down, I can feel the word overwhelmed more.
Exactly. Now, let's try the next one. Anna needed to navigate these challenges. I need to navigate these challenges.
I need to navigate these challenges.
Very clear. Let's try that one again. I need to navigate these challenges.
I need to navigate these challenges.
You know, John, navigate is a strong word. It feels like you are driving a boat through a storm.
I see what you mean. It's not just fixing a problem, it's finding the right path.
Right, exactly. Now, let's move to the most important part of the story, being polite. This is a long sentence, so let's take it slow. I would be most grateful if you could give me some help.
I would be most grateful if you could give me some help.
Wow, that was very good. Let's try it one more time. Listen to the music of the sentence. I would be most grateful if you could give me some help.
I would be most grateful if you could give me some help.
Perfect. How does that feel to say?
It feels very kind. It doesn't feel like I'm demanding something. It feels like I'm opening a door.
I love that. It really is like opening a door. People want to help when we are grateful. Now, let's try the second phrase Anna used. Please, could I ask you for some advice?
Please, could I ask you for some advice?
Nice and simple. Let's do it again. Please, could I ask you for some advice?
Please, could I ask you for some advice?
I like how you said please. It sounded very sincere.
Thank you, Emily. I think advice is a word we use a lot in the office, right?
Oh, every day. We all need advice sometimes, even the boss.
Especially the boss, maybe.
Maybe. Okay, let's try the third polite phrase. This one is very useful when people are busy. I know you're busy, but could you spare me a few minutes of your time, please?
I know you're busy, but could you spare me a few minutes of your time, please?
Oh, John, your rhythm is excellent. Let's try it again for our listeners. I know you're busy, but could you spare me a few minutes of your time, please?
I know you're busy, but could you spare me a few minutes of your time, please?
That is such a polite way to ask. It shows you respect their time.
I see. It's like saying, I know your time is valuable.
Exactly. It makes the other person feel important. Now, let's talk about what happened next. Anna went to the warehouse. Let's say, I am going to visit the warehouse today.
I am going to visit the warehouse today.
Good. Again, I am going to visit the warehouse today.
I am going to visit the warehouse today.
When you say warehouse, imagine a big building with lots of boxes.
I can see it. It's a bit cold and dusty, but very organized.
Yes, exactly. And what did Denise tell Anna to do there? She told her to make a plan. Let's practice this. I need to create an action plan.
I need to create an action plan.
Good. Let's try I need to create an action plan.
I need to create an action plan.
An action plan makes everything feel easier, doesn't it?
It really does. It's like a map for your work.
Exactly. Now, let's try a few more sentences to put everything together. Denise gave me some practical advice.
Denise gave me some practical advice.
Again, Denise gave me some practical advice.
Denise gave me some practical advice.
Do you know what practical means in this story, John?
I think it means advice you can actually use, not just ideas, but things to do.
That is a perfect definition. Practical advice is about doing, not just thinking.
I like that. I prefer practical things.
Me too. Okay, let's try one more. I will speak with Mr. Ingle to understand the system.
I will speak with Mr. Ingle to understand the system.
Good. One more time. I will speak with Mr. Ingle to understand the system.
I will speak with Mr. Ingle to understand the system.
You sound very professional now, John.
I feel professional. These phrases really change how I feel.
That is the power of language. When we use calm, polite words, we start to feel calm and professional inside.
It's true. I felt a bit nervous at the start of the practice, but now I feel very steady.
I'm so glad. That is exactly why we do this. Let's do a quick review of the 3 main polite phrases, one after the other. I'll say one, you repeat, then the next. Ready?
I'm ready.
I would be most grateful if you could give me some help.
I would be most grateful if you could give me some help.
Please, could I ask you for some advice?
Please, could I ask you for some advice?
I know you're busy, but could you spare me a few minutes of your time, please?
I know you're busy, but could you spare me a few minutes of your time, please?
Excellent. You did a wonderful job today, John.
Thank you, Emily, and thank you to everyone listening and practicing with us.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Remember, you can listen to this part again and again. The more you say these words out loud, the more natural they will feel.
Right. It's like exercise for your mouth.
It is. And it's okay if your tongue gets tied sometimes. It happens to everyone.
It definitely happens to me.
But you keep going, and that is what matters. Now, before we move on, I want to ask our listeners to do something.
Oh, what is that?
Well, we practiced these sentences today. I want to know which one was the easiest for you to say and which one was the hardest.
That's a great question. For me, the one about the action plan was the easiest.
And the hardest?
Maybe the one about sparing a few minutes. It's a bit of a mouthful.
It is a bit of a mouthful, but you did it. Listeners, tell us in the comments. We want to hear about your practice.
Yes, please. We learn from you, too.
We really do. It makes us feel connected to you.
It's a nice feeling, like we're all in one big classroom together.
A very big, very friendly classroom.
Exactly.
Well, John, we have practiced our words. We have practiced our sentences. I think we're ready for the final part of our show.
Aha! You mean the question of the day?
I do. It's time to think a little bit more about our own lives.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Let's take a deep breath and get ready. Okay, John, it is time for our favorite part, the question of the day.
I am ready. I always love hearing what our listeners think.
Today, we saw Anna struggle. She didn't know how to start her project. She needed help.
Right. And she learned that being polite makes a big difference when we talk to others.
Exactly. So my question for everyone today is, when was the last time you asked for help, and how did it make you feel?
That is a good question, Emily. It can be hard to ask for help sometimes.
It can. We often feel like we should know everything, but we don't.
Definitely not. I ask for help every day.
Me too. Let's look at some ways our listeners might answer this.
Okay, here's the first one. I asked my boss for help with a report. I felt nervous, but she was very kind.
That's a good one. Here's a second example. I asked a classmate to explain a math problem. I felt much better after they showed me.
Aha, and a third one. I asked my neighbor for help moving a box. I felt happy because we had a nice chat afterward.
I love that. Helping builds friendships. Example 4. I asked my teacher for advice on my English. I felt proud that I was trying to improve.
And the last one, I asked a coworker for help with the printer. I felt a little silly, but they were happy to help.
Oh, those printers are always difficult. No need to feel silly.
True. All these answers show that asking for help is a positive thing.
It really is. It connects us. So, listeners, please tell us your story in the comments.
Yes, we want to read about your experiences. Did you use a polite phrase? How did the other person react?
We can't wait to read them. It helps us all learn and grow together.
It really does.
Well, John, we are almost at the end of our time today.
Oh, already? Time flies when we are practicing together.
It does. But before we go, let's take a moment to think about everything we learned. Today was special. We saw how Anna turned a difficult project into a success just by being kind and polite.
Right. She used those lovely phrases like, I would be most grateful. It really changes how people feel.
Emilid, it does. Remember, you don't have to do everything alone. It is okay to say, I need some advice.
Exactly. And like Denise showed us, sometimes the best help comes from just talking to our friends or coworkers.
I hope you feel more comfortable asking for help this week. Use these phrases and see what happens.
It makes the world a little friendlier, doesn't it?
It really does, John. Thank you for being here with me today.
Thank you, Emily, and thank you to everyone listening. You are doing a great job.
Goodbye for now. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations on making it all the way through the lesson with Emily and John. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right in the center of your screen so you never miss our next lesson. You can also check out more videos right over here on the left or right side. We've picked them just for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.